All right, this is one for the ladies. Blokes, you might want to go and read a book for a minute. This is probably not going to be your cup of tea. I mean, you're welcome to follow along, but don't say I didn't warn you. All right. Okay, so being an ample-sized woman with a very curvaceous booty, pantyhose from the supermarkets haven't fitted me for decades. I could get the biggest size up to my knees, maybe just over, but not much further. I'd end up feeling like an overstuffed sausage being strangled in nylon. Wasn't cool. Wearing knee highs weren't my jam either, you know, as a young woman. Oh, sorry, younger woman. Not so young now. Younger woman. I wasn't ready to go down the road of wearing something that I felt was somewhat grannified. Sorry, grannies. No offence intended. Yeah, it's just the attitude I had at the time. Yeah, and to be honest, it was almost like having to admit I was fat, and I wasn't ready to do that. And there's also a look that I really didn't like, so I didn't want to have that knee high sitting just under my knees, and you can see it under your skirts, so I think it wasn't nice. Anyway, so for a long time I didn't really enjoy wearing skirts and dresses, you know. I could wear leggings underneath my skirts and dresses to help avoid chub rub. Anyone with thunder thighs will know all about that. But it's not exactly classy and dressy if you want to go somewhere a bit fancy. And I mean, I would say somewhere fancy, but I really don't go to fancy places. But you know, like going out to dinner or somewhere nice, or a special occasion like a wedding or what have you. It just really, it wasn't always the look you'd want to go for. Sometimes it's perfect, but not always. For a few months now, I've been seeing ads on Facebook, good old Facebook, for a company called Snag Tights. They sold tights that were custom built basically for more ladies of all dimensions and curvatures. You know, it wasn't just like short, average, tall, extra tall, and we're meant to wedge into those. No, they actually have in their sizing charts heights and weights, so they can work out the width that you need as well as the length that you need. Okay, so I checked that out a couple of times and I loved the bright colors of the tights. They were amazing. They were really amazing. And I was really nervous about it, but one day I finally bit the bullet. You know, it was the pictures of the curvy models that really sold it to me. You know, these were women built like me. They had curvy bits where they were absolutely blessed, you know, and somewhat overblessed perhaps you might say. But that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I wasn't prepared to spend money on tights that you don't see on skinny ladies and having no idea if it would fit someone like me. So that was the selling point. So what I did was I bit the bullet and I ordered a few pairs. Well, I ordered 4 pairs. Okay, and of course with them coming from the UK, it was going to take them a few weeks to arrive. So I jumped online and started shopping for skirts and dresses so I could show off my new tights. You know, I'm having faith here that they're going to fit. Yeah, so I was excited, but I was nervous. You know, bad experiences with tights, remember? And I was hoping like crazy that these new tights would actually fit. You know, even seeing them on the models, I still hesitated and wondered, would it fit me? You know, in the meantime, while these are all on order, in New Zealand, once women hit the ripe old age of 45, she is required to go for regular mammograms every couple of years, just to check for breast cancer and any abnormalities. And this year, I got my first letter for my appointment, right? And the letter said either wear a skirt or pants so you can undress your top half. Not a problem, I thought. Yeah, I've got new tights coming, and if they arrive on time, I can wear them and my new skirt. you know. Anyway, the weeks roll by slowly, and I'm giving the postie the gimlet eye out the window every time she goes past, not dropping off my new tights, you know, as if the poor woman was single-handedly responsible for not delivering them fast enough. You know, I know it's not completely up to her, but still, she's the facing that I'm dealing with, so she's copped it. Not that she even was aware, I imagine, of me doing this, but yeah, I'm pretty sure she probably would have told me where to go if she did know. Anyway, miracle finally happened the week before my mammogram appointment. My tights arrived, my skirt's already here, and I tell you what, they were magnificent. I was so excited opening up the parcel. I got suffragette purple, raspberry pie pink, and seahorse yellow, and one it's called big sharkies, which are like fishnets, but it's a bigger fishnet, not a little tiny fishnets, and you can wear them on their own, or you can wear them over your other tights for a really sassy look. Yeah, that was so pretty. I mean, the colours were bright and vivid. They were so pretty. I couldn't believe it. I literally squealed with delight seeing them. You know, and they're so different from my usual bland wardrobe. You know, they're so much more reflective of my personality. It was wonderful. Anyway, I was almost too scared to try them on, and I didn't want to face the heartbreak of them not fitting right. You know, I had so many memories coming back to me. I was trying to squeeze my bountiful booty and ample thunder thighs into ill-fitting tights. But I took a deep breath, and I carefully worked my feet into the ends one at a time, as you do, and smoothing them over my calves and ankles. Next I tried pulling them over my knees. Please fit, please fit, please fit. Over one knee, still fitting. Over the other knee, still fitting me. I was shocked that my circulation hadn't been cut off yet, like the old tights would try to. I was wiggling them up over my thighs, up over my hips, doing that bouncy side to side wiggle move as I inched them all the way up. They fit, sweet Jesus, they fit! It was amazing, you know, and they were so comfy too. You know, I gazed down at my now suffragette purple legs, and I just couldn't believe it. You know, I just couldn't believe it. It was amazement and wonder. You know, I still had the feeling in my legs, could still breathe easily, and I could still move. Like, what the heck? I could hear angels singing with joy. This was truly a miracle, and I wanted to shout it from the rooftops. Seriously, I have tights that fit me. So, even better, they slowly held in my tummy. So when I put my new skirt on, I took a little moment to admire in the mirror my new lines. Slightly flatter tummy action. That was really good. I didn't have to wear those hold your fat in undies, or they control, what are they called, the shapewear or what have you. Oh, please. So anyway, I finished getting dressed, and with my newfound confidence I headed off into the city to my mammogram appointment. And when I arrived, the receptionist looked kind of confused. I often have that effect on people, but anyway, this time, and when I showed her my appointment letter, she pointed out that my appointment was actually for the week before. So somehow I'd misread the letter and the reminder text because I was busy when it arrived. And I completely, I don't know how, completely got the wrong date. So not only was it not my appointment date, but the machines were being serviced at that moment, and the technician had asked for another hour to complete the service.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, the receptionist, she was amazing though, because the technician had needed extra time to do the work. She was already on the phone rescheduling people who were supposed to have their appointments that afternoon, local people. Because I live so far out, then she was very kind and rescheduled a few extra people to fit me in instead of making me come back another day. She was a real angel. Anyway, so I had a bit of a wait, but that was fine. You know, girl can entertain herself, magazines, Facebook, on your phone, what have you. Anyway, it was lovely and warm in the offices, which I was quite impressed with. And that's also essential if you're getting the girls out on show. No, you don't want to put someone's eye out. Anyway, so after a bit of a wait, myself and a couple of other ladies were moved into the next waiting area with the stunning hospital issue wraparound gowns ready to flash the mammographer. Now, can somebody tell me if that's the right word, mammographer? There must be a term, radiologist probably, but I don't know. If you know the right term, tell me below, please. I'd actually like to know. Anyway, so still wearing my fabulous new tights and feeling sassy, I went in for my turn. And between myself and the nice mammographer lady, I'm just going to keep calling her mammographer until I learn the right word. And she had nice warm hands. We managed to squish my boobs one at a time into the right position so she could clamp them down to take the shot that she needed. Alright, we had to take care to make sure the tummy flaps were tucked out of the way. And she laughed when I said she was getting more action than my husband, and that I was just going to stand there and think of England. Let's face it, for most people, it's not every day you get the girls or your chesticles manhandled by a stranger. Alright, it was all over before I knew it. She didn't buy me dinner. How rude. But thanks to my new tights, I had a newfound confidence to cope with the strange new situation that would have normally left me feeling really anxious and very, very stressed. You know, who knew tights could do that? They're magical. You know, so I just want to add that this is not a paid endorsement in any way. Okay, I paid for my new tights myself. I was skeptical and worried and trepidatious about them, but now I cannot recommend them enough. Check them out for yourself. I'll put links to the website below this video. Go have a look. They're really great tights, really good quality. You'll love them.